This is not your favorite YouTuber. I can't really say that I'm emotionally invested in the MCU right now, but I am very curious to see how things play out with Avengers Doomsday. Because right now the movie kind of looks like it's going to be the equivalent of taking a bunch of action figures and just banging them together. But the story still has to justify all these things that are taking place, right? So I'm wondering, is the story for this going to be just full of just contrived, ludicrous justifications for each scene, or is it actually going to manage to be cohesive somehow? And what they've shown in these trailers already so far just has me wondering what the heck is going on. The X-Men, what's going on with them? That's definitely Gambit from Deadpool and Wolverine. So are the X-Men in this movie supposed to be from the original Fox universe? Because to me, the presence of Channing Tatum's Gambit implies that this version of the X-Men is just a hodgepodge of different X-Men from different universes. But I guess it could be possible that Gambit is the only member of that X-Men group that is from a different universe. Or that could just be a different Gambit that looks like Channing Tatum. Who knows? Multiverse stuff is whatever, you know? Also, Dr. Doom. They revealed his voice and he sounds nothing like Robert Downey Jr. So now I'm just kind of confused as to why they casted Robert Downey Jr. as Doom. It doesn't sound like it's supposed to be Tony Stark. Sounds like it's supposed to be Victor Von Doom. I have no clue what's going on there. Honestly, right now, I'm not even mad about it. When they first revealed that RDJ was going to be Doom, I was kind of confused and definitely wasn't behind it. But if he sounds like this and we never see his face, which is unlikely, but still, if we never see his face, I'm fine with it. I'm not asking for much at this point. Moving on. If Dr. Doom is going to pose this cataclysmic threat that threatens the entire multiverse, then they're clearly going to need more heroes than they currently are showing in these trailers. So I'm curious how many more characters are going to show up that aren't being shown in these trailers so far. And I'm wondering, is there going to be a solid justification for the heroes that don't show up, you know? Where's Doctor Strange at? Where's Hulk? We'll probably find out the answer to that second question in Brand New Day. But it will be a huge missed opportunity to not have Hulk show up in this movie, not just because it's an Avengers movie, but also because the Thing's in it, and it will be very cool to see those two interact on screen. So I kind of hope the Hulk shows up, but I'm not going to hold my breath on that one. So I'm really just curious as to how all of these heroes are going to be utilized, both the ones we've seen and the ones that have yet to be revealed, if there are even more to be revealed. But yeah, I really loved how Thor basically gave the worst motivational speech ever. He was basically like, you all suck, and we're going to get our asses kicked, probably going to die, but hey, them's the breaks. But yeah, that pretty much sums up his whole spiel in this trailer. Also, he's bald again. I don't really like that. Yeah, I don't like that. But I'm looking forward to seeing Shuri and the Fantastic Four again. I don't really like how Mystique looks. Not because she has clothes on, that's actually an improvement. I don't like how they made the scales on her face more prominent. It just looks weird. I don't like that Steve Rogers is back. I don't like that this basically undoes his goodbye from Endgame. Not a fan of that, but it does make sense. You know, if there's this multiverse ending threat, then of course they would go back in time to ask Steve for help, and of course he would say yes, because he doesn't really have a choice at that point. But I must say that I do like the meta narrative here. It seems like Thor and the Avengers are literally trying to assemble whatever heroes they can from literally wherever they can in a last-ditch, desperate effort to save their universe and all universes. Kinda like how it appears that Disney is trying to grab whatever actor to play whatever character from whatever existing Marvel movie property that is available in a desperate last-ditch effort to save the Marvel Cinematic Universe as a whole. So I don't know if this movie is going to be an absolute train wreck or if it's going to somehow manage to deliver against all odds. The Russos are behind this film, and those are the same guys that did Avengers Infinity War. But they're also the same guys that did Avengers Endgame. So who knows how this is going to play out. Honestly, I'm expecting the story to be kind of shitty, but I hope at the very least that the action is good and we get to see some very cool comic book shit. If it consistently delivers on that front, I think I'll have a good time with this. But that's all I really have to say about Avengers Doomsday for now, so thanks for watching.